Well, hello, it's Christine here, and you'll see a change in my cloth. I bought this when I went to the United States in the mid 90s. I think Bill Clinton was president then, and he'd come out to Australia and done the North Queensland thing and went to Port Douglas and Cairns and rah rah rah. And my husband and I went to America and went to California and Vegas and here, there, and everywhere. And I bought this. I think I bought it maybe at Sedona or at the farmers market in Los Angeles. It's going back a bit. But I was cleaning up and I found it and I thought, oh, it just feels right for now because it's got the stars and the moon, and I love the tarot with a twist of astrology because that's me. And what I would do as a daily, the Celtic cross. Now this is a general reading for everybody, the collective. It may or may not resonate with what's going on in your life. But I just sort of was going through my documents, and I don't know where I saw this Celtic cross as a daily read. So if it's your creation, please say hello and say, yes, Christine. But I've just got it typed up here in Google Docs. So shame on me, avid collector of things. And so we'll just give it a whirl. But tributes out to someone who who have created this, and please pop on this channel and say yes, that is mine, and then I can credit you. And I'm using the Pam's Vintage Tarot done by Gamecrafter. There's a whole story on that, but I won't go into that now. So I'm going to take it from the top. And I've got our first card and our second card. Been a little while. I'm going to work around like this, I think, from memory. One of those. When I did a lot of professional readings, I actually did the astrology one. You know, the 12 houses. But I just sort of, I don't know why. I just thought I'd give this a whirl. Celtic crosses are in all the books, so people must like it. A tribute to Arthur Waite or whatever. Oh yeah, there is room here to do the little tower thing there, if you can see it. I've used the little poker size deck cards too. Oh yeah, that's working, isn't it? Thanks for your patience. So perhaps as a collective, we are experiencing this sort of lots of thoughts going on with that whole Mars and Gemini thing, trying to keep grasp of our thoughts, keep grasp of thoughts that are clashing with our emotions, and it's like sometimes it's all whirling round inside of us, calling and creating this sort of sense of strength, not knowing where to go, wanting to hold on and ground our thoughts. But we're challenged because there's always so many other things to do. We feel also we've got to do all this stuff. We have to get it all done. You know, what did it say on the calendar yesterday? 8 weeks to Christmas. Oh my goodness, I've got so much to do. No time to sit and meditate and ground. Like hell. Busy, crazy, things to do, places to go, people to meet. And that's probably stopping us from sort of being able to just center ourselves and getting our thoughts at the moment. And this is because there's a lot of stress and around security for a lot of us. You know, there's uncertainty about money, there's uncertainty about interest rates, there's uncertainty about where you're going to live. All that grassroots security stuff is very real to a high percentage of people, and everyone's having to take hold of their money and take it easy. one step at a time, and that tension is there of also grasping on here and needing to hold on there with that stuff. There was a time when it was all carefree, like you hear me talk about the 90s, and everything was like beer and Skittles sort of thing, and there was no tomorrow, and the sun was shining, and everyone had started travelling. Economies were pretty buoyant, and people had jobs, they could move and get a job, all those sorts of things. But that's all gone, that past influence. That past influence of, the sun's going to come up tomorrow and it's all going to work well, off we go, is sort of not necessarily what we all live with on a day-to-day basis. And sorry this is all dread, but it's painting a collective picture, I think. But what we want now is to be able to have some hope, pour energy into what's important, pour energy into the pool of life. This is an Aquarian energy, and the Aquarian were the people in the Roman times with the Roman baths that put the water in the pool so everyone could enjoy the Roman baths. And we all want to be able to pool things for the betterment of all, and we want to have this hope, the cards are saying, and what I'm seeing in the cards, that if we pour energy in, there's a positiveness that's going to come, there's a healing that's going to come, and this is what we want, and we're all hoping for, particularly like we had the Star of Venus talk a lot in the astrology, the Venus point star with Ariel Gutman's work, and the hope with it all going into Libra and the air signs, and this sort of Aquarian energy where we go from the me and I'm important and I'm all right, Jack, to being there and helping our neighbour, pouring in and having hope, having healing, and having a sense that we are in a guidance to, for many of us, a better place than what we're in now, with fires, floods, and various things that have happened worldwide as a collective. And what we have to think is getting that balance right. Getting that balance right. And what's coming for us is this sort of weighing up and what's important, and getting that balance right, getting life balance right for many of us. Being able to have calm waters and get that balance right, and be able to take that step forward into a place of being able to let go of a lot of past stuff and keep what we need with that, and also being able to manage our funds well and decisions around that, but all in a very positive sort of sense is what we're wanting as a collective with this reading. So what we come with an inner resource of hope for the world, because that sunflower is the national emblem for Ukraine, and I know we're all possibly seeing some Ukraine stuff. So we want hope for better things. We want to be able to stand firm, and we want to be able to express ourselves in a way that's meaningful. And we come from this idea, we come from this inner resource where we know that we can take hold and we can create something of how we want things to be. We can move into that space. Well, how do we want things to be? And when we know how we want things to be, we can do our best to create it, because we have the hope, and the Queen of Wands is there to just say, you come with this inner resource of being able to create what you want, and might take small steps, but you have to trust yourself and use your inner strength, because I'm seeing that cat and I'm getting that strength, energy, and whilst it's small in this picture, we need to go back to that place inside of ourselves and sort of find that ounce of strength and let it grow, because that sometimes there's that picture and you see the cat looking in the mirror and the lines shining back. It's that reflection of knowing who we are really, and knowing that we can do this, and we can work with compassion, and we can work with things slowly and have that inner strength to do what we want to do. So that's that inner resource we have. So if we start talking about this stuff, some people are going to think we're mad. Some people are going to see us as saying, you're off track, this isn't going to work. There's going to be the naysayers. And there could also be a sense sometimes of inner conflict with this card. And it's not going to be easy, because there's a lot of life competition out there with that. And others see that maybe, as I said, what I'm getting with that card is just sometimes how you've got to keep some of your plans close to your chest a little bit, for what you've got to do to survive. And then when people see it working, and that way the naysayers don't sort of infiltrate your energy, you can protect yourself from that. And then when they see what you've manifested, or what you've become, or how you've changed or behaved, or whatever it is that you want, what you want, then they don't have any reason. They can drop their wands and put it down and just relax with all of that. We don't have to pay attention to how others see us, and we don't have to let other people bring us down. But part of that responsibility is for us is to get on there and not keep a little bit to ourselves, a little bit in the sense of you don't sort of spill your plans, you make the change within. That's what I'm getting with that. We're also getting decisions, and for some of us there's decisions to be made. Things aren't going to be easy, and it can be a tough decision to create what you want, to get to be able to. At the moment with these nodes energy, we have in the south node an eclipse, because we've just been in eclipse season here too, everywhere in the world, and we're heading into that lunar eclipse. I think it's lunar with the south node, and that's all that releasing stuff. So we have to make a decision here, because they're touching, and I'm getting that through here, to let go of the past. And when we let go of the past, we can then have the future, because they'll connect like that. And not to fear it, because we have the angel there and the light coming of a new day. And once we release the past of the old, and give ourselves permission to start afresh, to start a new beginning. Because the cards are saying a new start's coming, and there's that little castle there. There is, and the water's going to flow by, the healing waters, and there is that chance of creating that new beginning, creating what we want, the vision that we see and how we want things to be, and it's up to us to do that as individuals and as a collective. So I'm just going to have a look what's on the bottom of this deck. And we have the beautiful, beautiful Earth card of being grounded and not being frightened to travel through to the other side. And it's also a wonderful card for being able to manifest what we want. And it goes well with the hope, the decisions we're going to make, our creativity, and our new beginning. And that's our surprise card on the bottom of the deck. Well, if you like this reading, please give it a tick, or whatever what you do on YouTube. Share it, leave a comment what your thoughts are on it. If you've seen this reading before and you know who's done it, please shout out the credit to it for me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching.